Hi guys, I'm Angus and this is my podcast to multiliteracies for the Ecj subject. So when looking at multiliteracies and looking at old literacy versus new literacy, I think of old literacy as, well, grammar, punctuation, dictation, all that stuff that I used to do in school. And when I think of new literacies such as multiliteracies, what I'm doing right now, podcasts, emails, SMS, stuff that you do on the computer, all that kind of technology. How I would respond to this in the classroom is I would try to embrace it to the best I can. I wouldn't want it to take over the class and become the fundamental part, but I think it still needs to be part of the class and students need to learn with it. And they can probably incorporate old and new by learning still punctuation and grammar, but using new technology to be able to help them learn the old language, I suppose you could say, because we are having new languages come about in today's society with mobile phones, like SMSing, emails. Language is changing and words are changing all the time. Even Deb's words such as e-spond, like that one, Deb, it's good. But the fact that we can make up these words and they have meaning to us is happening all the time and at a very rapid rate at the moment. And that's how technology is moving. The flaws I see about this new way of literacy is there's so much of it out there that I would see a lot of distractions happening with students. But the strengths that I see with it is that these students, they can embrace this, and if they can embrace it with school and with their teacher, it's going to set them up for skills in life, because technology, all this sort of new way of literacy is becoming more and more part of everyday life. So when they get out there into the real world, these students will be able to apply what they've learned in school, and they'll be able to find that they go with it throughout their lives a lot better than they ever have been before. I do agree with what Luke said when he said, of course new technologies do not simply replace or erase older systems of communication, rather they have a transformative hybrid effect. So I think that's a really good point that he points out there. And he also says print literacy still matters, but today adolescence and adulthood involve the building of communities and identities in relation to changing textual and media landscapes. I do agree that print literacy still matters. I think it's so important to be able to read, and reading is still, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best ways to widen your vocabulary. And students need to get onto this at a very early age, and it's still great that you see reading recovery programs set up in schools. And that the rounds that I've done, I've still seen systems that I found really effective for when I was in school that are in place, and that teachers do put a lot of value on this. So I think that's how it should be done. That's how I would position myself. Go with it, embrace it in the classroom, and I hope what I've said has made sense to you guys. And enjoy it. Thanks, gang.